Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode here on the WolvenGalaxySMP server. Hopefully you're having a great and wonderful day. I've been a little bit busy, as you probably saw by that very intro time lapse. I have completed the whole of the inside wall. I have had to replace, there's a lot of polished granite in places where there is meant to be copper. That is because I really don't have enough copper, and I also definitely don't have enough beeswax because, well, you can see it's kind of changing, but then again, I kind of like the weathered look that it's coming across, so whether I keep, stripping it down or whether I leave it at its current form and just let it, go turquoise, I'm not entirely sure. But otherwise, it's really impressive that the very first part of the build is done, which means we can start going ahead and adding in the city on this side. Now, unfortunately, what I've done now is still another big case, and I still have to do a lot more block placing and whatnot because, well, yeah, there is still a lot more blocks to be placed on this side. In fact, there's more blocks this side than there is anywhere else on the build, and yeah, I've just kind of thought I was going to get one side done, and I just went ham over the last couple of days, and I thought I would share it in the form of a third-person time-lapse, which hopefully you enjoyed. It's been a couple of days since the last time I was able to record here on the server. I have unfortunately not been feeling too well. I've been feeling quite stressed out with different situations that happened on the server, but hopefully those situations are now resolved and we should be able to get back into content creation as well. As well as that, I've had a big massive migraine, which means that I've not been available to be even on the server, and that's been a pain. That's been a massive pain because I wanted to get this wall done a bit further. But I tell you what, I am so glad at how this wall has turned out so far. The only problem is, this is only half of the wall that we've got to do. Seriously, this is just half. Maybe even just a third. I'm going to start doing the next part of the project, which is terraforming around these areas between these two different sections. Because what I want to be able to do is have some villages actually inside the wall on this side, which is where my trading hall is going to be. It's not going to be a trading hall at all. You're going to have to go into the different stonemason or the librarian, which might be in a library, that type of thing. I really want to build something on this city wall side and make things look a little bit more interesting. However, before we do that, we need to go over to the spawn island where we are all celebrating Christmas. Christmas is all coming together, and right this second we've got our Secret Santa presents all ready to give out for Christmas Day. Whether this is broadcasted out before Christmas Day or whether this is Christmas Day for you, for me it's still the 23rd of December, and yes, that does mean I'm running this video quite late. But we had a drop in a hat which was down here, and basically you had to go on this pressure plate and you've been given an item. I got given a name. I'm not going to reveal who my present is for until the very next episode because, hey, that'll be giving spoilers to the person who's going to get it, which we are opening them up on the 27th of December. I know, it's a couple of days after Christmas, but family kind of happens, and we kind of want to allow people to spend time with family. But I can tell you for now that one of these presents is mine. You probably would have seen it in the time lapse, but that's as far as I'm going to say. I'm not going to say who it's for. The person's going to have to come over here, work out that it's from me, but hopefully they have a very fishy Christmas. Yeah, I kind of said that. I've been a little bit more busy, as you may be able to see in a couple of seconds, where I cleared out a bit more of these trees and everything else, because I've been thinking. The wall design that's here, I really need to move my villages into their proper homes. And the only way I can do that is by, well, you know, hoping it's not raining, but also by actually building their homes, which I want to build their homes like into the inset of this. So unfortunately, this side of the wall, yeah, I'm not going to see much of it. You might see the top half of it, but that's the reason why when we finally get it done, this section here, I'm going to have this as like a doorway that goes through. I need to put a redstone door in here that just slides across. That's what I really want to, slide and push. But this is where you're going to be able to sit on the inside. Of course, you've got both that side of the wall and that side of the wall to do as well. But hopefully that's going to look awesome, and hopefully everything will work out well. So let me go ahead and remove this, because this is where we're going to have our doorway, and that's just going to be pushing across through here. And hopefully, fingers crossed, this is going to look well. Trying to decide how I want these houses to look. And perfectly honest, I like the contrast of the black stone and the basalt and the deep slate going along here. The only problem is, once again, I don't have many of these resources. So that does mean it's time for one of those old-fashioned things that we used to do, and that's a mining session. But this time, I'm going to go directly straight into the nether and see if I can grab some lovely black stone, because that might be the best place for it. Anyway, there is also a tunnel I need to build, and that's going off to Iffy Gaming. One tunnel has now been successfully completed. I decided to opt out of doing a timing session or a mining, you know, time lapse. I have done quite a lot in today's episode, and I just thought that would just not make it, you know, too difficult. Unfortunately, Epic Gaming is not on the server at the moment. I was going to go and say hello to him. He does know about his new tunnel because I spoke to him, and hopefully he is really enjoying his new tunnel. It makes it easier for him to get back to spawn. But I am so glad throughout this whole tunnel I've been able to get a lot of blackstone and everything else from this place, because, well, I need it now for the villagers, which of course I need to go and breed them up. Let's go over to the base and let's breed up some villagers. So I've got these two villagers that I've just trapped up. My other villager is down there, the Silk Touch, but I'm wondering if I also chuck you guys, you know, some food, you should then, you know, start breeding. That's what I'm hoping. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we should be getting ourselves some baby villagers that should be wanting to run out of these little holes towards the beds. And then, hey presto, we have ourselves some villagers that I can take over to their new homes that I'm hopefully building. I'm not entirely sure if I gave you enough potatoes there, so I'm going to let you do your thing. But the good news is, I unintentionally created myself an iron farm. Yeah, I managed to grab myself some lovely iron, it's down here. Thankfully another one hasn't spawned yet, but most likely it will. There is another villager down here, which is where that one is. But I want to move them into their new homes, which is going to be something like this. So inside each home there's going to be, for example, if it's a librarian, it's going to have some bookshelves decorating the area. They're going to be limited down to, unfortunately, a single block. That's because their II is disabled on this server, and it just makes it a little bit more lag-free. And that's where you come in to do your trades. So this will be the ultimate trading location. But hopefully, fingers crossed, this will work out exactly how I wanted it. Now, the villagers that I've bred, and I'm not joking, they are my best villagers because they trust me like 100%. So hopefully, if it works out how I think it works out, I might get cheaper trays with those. If not, well, I just have to, you know, give them a little bit of a zombie to, you know, give them some love and attention. But hopefully then I'll be able to get some more blackstone and stuff to build more houses. But first, I think we might as well go ahead and move in our very first villager. Now time to move my very first villager. Oh, fudge. Into its new home. I wonder if it's going to see its new stuff. What I'm going to do is at some point I'm going to put in some more bookshelves along here just to, you know, replace this like facade that we've got here. But this is where I'm going to have my villagers, and this is how they're going to be, you know, traded with. I thought this might be a better way of trading with my villagers than, you know, having the old-fashioned way of having a big, huge, massive trading hall. Shop sign? Maybe? I'm not entirely sure whether it works. You can now tell that this villager now sells Silk Touch books, which is the main trade for this one. But yay! The base is going to be inside of this area. This is where I'm going to have the farming, and all the main farms will be built in this area. But this is where I want to keep my villagers, on this side of the wall, so that way it kind of goes in with the theme of you know, Mortal Engines, which I think this type of building looks superb. And I like the fact that you'll be able to go up here, you'll be able to go through the wall, go into different villages and houses. Like maybe the next house is going to be up on this layer where you walk in through this way. So instead of being like the way that you've got before, the house is going to be on this side. So you basically have like topsy-turvy type houses and stuff like that. I've now got at least a couple of villagers in here. They're currently not employed villagers, but they will be soon, as soon as I've, you know, grown them up, put them in their boats and everything, take them out of their boats. That one's just grown up. We've got one up here as well in this funky shape office type thing, which is good. I to be perfectly honest, I quite like the way that this is looking, and I really want to continue like this strange office block type style, because I think it actually looks, you know, unique, and with the backdrop of that happening as well. I'm not joking, like that looks absolutely awesome. Now the only thing I need to do is give these profession, design their base and everything. It's probably going to be a lot of librarians at the moment in this area, just to see what they come up with. Maybe one farmer as well. May have the farmer on this side as well, but it's not looking too bad actually. I quite like the way this is looking. So if you guys are watching this on the day that this is released, have a wonderful Christmas day. Hopefully you got everything that you wanted, and hopefully we'll see you guys very soon, because there's going to be another episode hopefully within the next week. So you'll be able to see what's happening here on the Wolven Galaxy server. Please do go check out the WolvenGalaxy.com website, where you'll see all the current walls and everything that they've done here on the server, because I tell you what, everyone has been putting so much effort into the server. It's just, you know, unbelievable. Like seriously, I am so proud of this server, and I'm so glad to be a part of it. And hopefully you guys are so glad to be a part of the community. And by the way, just going to say, you guys are all in the #1 squad, because you are one of the first subscribers here to watch about Wolven Galaxy. If you have enjoyed today's video, please do click the like button, click the subscribe button, and I shall see you guys later. Bye bye.